We are going live. All right, let me get it open on my phone so I have a way to view the chat more easily.
Wait, did you draw that?
No. This was actually drawn by Hamilton. He's on our Discord. He is amazing. He offered to do the thumbnails for me, and I was like, "Are you sure? I can't pay you. I don't want to take advantage of you." And he's like, "Bro, I got this." And I was like, "All right." And he's done a bang-up job. He also did one for what was it? Valhalla. If you've ever played that game, he did the one we did for that stream.
Wow, that is incredible.
I know. Anyways, welcome everybody. Hello to all the people in chat. We are going to be playing some more Loop Hero at request in the server. And with me here today is my friend Travis.
Hello, everyone. My name is Travis. It's nice to meet you all.
Yes, he is an artist. He is a tech guy. He also streams on Twitch. I've put his link in the description below. You should definitely check him out after the stream. He's got a consistent schedule posted up. I believe, what days do you stream again?
I generally stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, and he'll usually play games or draw, and it's always just a good time. Dude, he's a great dude, as you'll see. But without further ado, let's pop back into Loop Hero. Let me make sure I've got the right save slot over here. And let's go.
I have no idea what this game is about.
Right, so I guess I will explain some stuff to you, the most to get by anyway, because I did give a lengthy explanation in the first stream. But essentially, it's an idle game, kind of like the ones on your phone, but you can't leave it alone for more than like a minute. You have to keep making decisions, so it's not really like an idle game. But like all the battling, all the actions are done automatically. The premise of the game is you're in a world that's been completely destroyed. There's no memories, there's no time, there's no nothing. Just an empty little patch of land, a loop. And as you fight monsters, you collect loot to like put on yourself for fighting, but you also collect pieces of the land, like forests, villages, mountains, and you rebuild the world around you to get resources and spawn more monsters to get better loot. And the goal of the game is to either beat the boss of the chapter or to escape with all your resources. So there'll be a loop and there's a campfire, and when you're on the campfire, you can escape with all your resources. If you leave outside of the campfire, you only keep 60%. But if you die, you only keep 30%. So it's a game of like how greedy you want to get before giving up, unless you think you're ready to fight the boss. And it's a deck builder. You like build. It's a roguelike deck builder. As you can see here, you can build structures. This is the save file for the stream, so it's not very far in. And they can give you new classes, new benefits, extra stuff that'll help you here. And they can also give you extra cards, which you then select for the chapters.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the art style. It's a very 8-bitty yet very polished.
Yes, it's very nice. I love this art style. This whole game drips with style. And the stream is a little quiet right now, but hopefully it'll pick up soon. But without further ado, let's get started here, and I'll show you what's what. So currently, I only have the warrior on the save file, and we're going to be running a pretty simple deck. It's basically our bread and butter here is going to be getting the counts. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'll explain as you see here. Let me just start the game, or I'll be here for hours. Tiles combine when you place them together. So like for example, in this game, the lore is vampires used to protect people and rule over their lands, but when you just put vampires down, they're like starved because there's no time or space and they don't have any blood. So if you put a village next to them, it'll at first turn into a ransacked village with a bunch of ghouls because he's eating all the villagers, but after you complete 3 loops, they become Count's lands and it becomes a better village because the Count is fed now and he protects them and they like flourish and blossom. And you can like stick meadows next to other structures and they become blooming meadows and they heal a bit more. There's like tile combos. So the first thing we're going to want to do is start working on a mountain down here, which is just a 3x3, or actually up here probably, a 3x3 of rock and mountains. There isn't really a good spot on this map. Let's just do it this way. And we will keep the meadow for now. We'll plop the grove down here. And we'll put a battlefield right there. Awesome. And you can put stuff down and equipment on while you're unpaused, but pausing makes it a little easier. You can pause at any time outside of battle.
Okay.
And you see we've got some armor here. So 5 less HP than this one for 9% evasion. Get some defense, and basically that's it. You're going to collect pieces of the world, you're going to spawn more monsters that give better loot, you're going to get better loot as you go, and each loop the enemies get harder. Yes.
It's a very interesting game mechanic, okay.
Yeah, and the lore is really cool too. You probably won't get to see much of it because we already went through a lot of it on the last stream. It only shows up like the first time you do a new thing, but it's got a very interesting lore that's kind of fun to delve into.
Huh.
So basically, your whole game is just filling out the map and going in loops, and all the battling is automatic. So once you understand the premise, that's why I say it's like the perfect game to just talk about whatever you want.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, and is that like a bloodhound, a rat?
This is a rat wolf.
Oh wow, a mixture of both. Okay.
You combine the best of worst, the worst of both worlds. That's what I tried to say with my mouth. All right, so Travis, tell us a little bit about yourself and what's up with you. Whatever you're willing to share, anyway.
Yeah, about myself. Well, I like games. Yeah, that's one thing. All right,
Gamer.
so yeah, I like to draw a lot. I've been really trying to get into drawing more, just get better, because I one day, hopefully, want to draw my own little story, maybe a little comic one day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always just seen that sort of medium as such a cool thing. Like I'm always like reading them on web comics or webtoons and whatnot.
Oh god, I love webtoons. It's a guilty pleasure. I haven't read any in a while, but there are a bunch I love. Do you have a favorite?
Gosh, there was this one that I fell in love with back on webtoons. It was called The Gamer.
I know that one. That one's a man. Is that a webtoon? I thought it was a manhwa. That's the one that the Korean one, right? Of like the guy who like gets video game powers in the world and like he sees everything in levels.
Yeah, it was just really interesting to me because
It was.
He picks this mage character, and I'm just like, okay, I'd probably do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool too because like now that kind of trope is common with like isekai anime and whatnot, but like back then when I first found out, it was so new, right? It was like, oh, this is cool. All right, I'm gonna show you a sneaky little trick. So when you put a vampire mansion on a village, after 3 loops, it becomes good. But I can skip 1 loop of fighting by simply doing this. Putting it in after I passed, yeah. So now I only have to fight through it 2 times.
So is there any way to heal?
The only ways to heal are... Well, there are stats you can get, like HP regen and vampirism, but aside from that, you heal every time you pass the campfire, and once you put down meadows, you heal a little bit every day, and they're just, like, various abilities. And also, because we have the herbalist hut, we have potions, so when we're low enough, we'll auto-drink a potion, and we refill 2 potions every time we pass the campfire. Okay. So there are a myriad of ways, but there's no, like, very solid way to heal. It just kind of all happens in the background. Yeah. It's more, like, sustain focus than, like, get a big heal.
Fair enough.
All right, and speaking of, we have a Ring of Vampirism, so 9% of our damage will be converted to healing.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll be able to do damage and actually heal back. Okay. Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've always just liked drawing and stuff, but the thing is, I was never good at it because I never kept trying.
And that's really all it is. Yeah, you have to put the work in. Absolutely. But you know what? I think you're getting places. I've been watching your streams, and it's really fun. I like watching you draw. I liked your Vort a lot. I wouldn't feel too bad. Marshall didn't know what it is. He doesn't play Dark Souls. So it had less to do with like your art and more to do with his lack of knowledge.
Yeah. It's okay. I didn't really mind because Vort is so hard to draw.
Yeah, that too.
All these little grooves and stuff, and I want to get to that point where it just looks nice, and I'm just trying to find that good medium of where it does. But anyways, I've always had this issue in where I just always stopped all my drawings at like a certain point because I'm just like, I can draw something better than that in a bit. And just immediately abandon it or delete it, and I just need to stop doing that. So I'm just going to keep on trying to finish this drawing of Vort in my stream every single time.
If it makes you feel any better, I follow a lot of artists on Twitter, and like I swear, all like half of them talk about that exact same thing of like never finishing a drawing. So I think it's normal to an extent, but yeah, it's one of those things I assume you just gotta get used to pushing through. But man, that sucks.
Man, oh goodness, let me tell you, every single time I look at it, like I see all the inconsistencies, and I'm just like, I could just restart. Travis, you can press that button right there.
I can return from death!
I can do a loop, come on.
Speaking of, have you been watching ReZero?
Oh, no. I watched the first season when it was when they didn't have a second season, so I'm not really caught up. But I do understand that they introduced the witches finally.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been watching season 2. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil you in case you watch it. But I'll just say it's a fucking banger. Like, all the episodes are 30 minutes, no OP, no ED, which is a shame because the OP and EDs are bangers. The animation is on point. The story moment's excellent. It's chuny as hell, which I love. It's a good watch. We should watch it together sometime when we can find, like, time in our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's chuny as hell.
It's so chuny, bro. There's so many that mans and that person and so it's you. It's just, like, all over the place. They love to, like, introduce a character or a thing and then not explain it for, like, 20 episodes. They're just like, it's that woman. And then you're like, who's that woman? And why did she just make that guy disappear? It's like, it's just so chuny, I love it. Oh, man. That's some typing.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot that my mic was on my snowball. Whoops.
You're good, you're good. I was just like, that is some typing.
Yeah, Rachel got me a new keyboard and it is very clickety-clackety and I love it. It's just mechanical.
Nice. Also, hello Brandon Hamilton, yo to you. Yeah, I've mechanical keyboard's one of those things that, like, I want to get, but, like, my mic already picks up my typing, and I feel like everyone would destroy me if I got a mechanical keyboard that I talk to online.
Fair enough.
I gotta figure that problem out with my mics eventually. I'm gonna get Blade of Dawn here, I think.
Oh, whoa. What was that?
So there's a day timer here. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain the biggest mechanic. Okay. So there's a timer here. When it turns, a day comes over. Usually that means enemies spawn. That Blade of Dawn recharges some other stuff. Down here is the boss meter. As you put down tiles, it fills up. And when you put down enough tiles and it fills up, the boss appears.
Oh, okay.
So
you have I was wondering what the point of putting down mountains was.
Yeah, well, it gives a lot of health, and it spawns harpies, which give better loot and are harder enemies. But in general, putting down anything, you want to fill this up, so you have to fill your map up. You can't just, like, keep going on forever easy mode, which is really cool. So you make the game both harder and easier for yourself by building these structures.
Okay.
Let's put down a vampire. Oh god, there's some goblins. I think I can handle the goblins, but if they prove very difficult, I might just obliterate.
This is such a cool little game mechanic.
It's very fun. It's so simple to play, you can literally spend hours and hours and be like, oh crap. At least when you're first playing.
Yeah. It's almost a reason why I'm spooked at trying to do any game development at all, because, like, such cool stuff to be discovered, yet already stuff that's already out there. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, there's nothing wrong with building off the greats. I see so many game designers talk about, like, taking and tweaking mechanics and whatnot. And honestly, you've got a creative mind, so if you're really set on making something original, I'm sure you could do it. But at the same time, I wouldn't feel too distraught. I would love to play some games you make. I'm kind of really into that idea.
Oh, some what?
Some games you make, if you ever do that.
Oh.
We still need to finish our visual novel, which you are partially the star of, one day.
Yeah, I learned how to code. That's good.
Hoggers. Dare I say based.
So Travis, why'd you learn how to code? Well, my friend was making a visual novel game.
Is that actually why?
Yeah, I mean, I told you I was going to learn how to code just for that.
We gotta get back on the game for real. I've been wanting to get back on development, but I thought everyone had given up on it because no one was responding to me.
Oh, 100% no. I've just been waiting. Just silently waiting, just trying to learn more code, and I wasn't sure what language to learn, so I just went out and just learned most of it.
Oh my gosh, you know multiple programming languages?
Yeah, I know Java, Python, C++. I'm trying, for the personal professional side, I'm trying to learn SQL for just database manipulation.
I could help you a little bit with SQL, because I actually took an SQL class and understand it. I could at least give you my notebook, which is chock full of info from textbook. But nice. I don't know how much of that's out of my head when I, actually get back and do it. But yeah, SQL is actually... the neat thing about SQL is a lot of the commands are surprisingly similar to Python.
Yeah.
So I was taking those at the same time, and a lot of them like did similar things. And I was like, that's really convenient. So if that helps at all, you mentioned you already know Python.
Yeah.
What am I?
Gosh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No problem at all.
Good. Whoa, that's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, if we beat him this time, though, I think it's going to turn to count lands after this.
Is this the boss?
No. This is the thing I was telling you about. When you put a vampire mansion near a village, after 3 loops, it'll become counts lands, and it becomes just like a really good village, and it heals a lot and gives you better quests.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I instantly turned the village into a thing before explaining how villages work, but like you run by them, you get a little bit of healing, and you also get a quest, and like a monster on the map will have more health and get marked, and then you kill him and you come back, you get good loot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to find out what's even going on the screen right now.
Yeah,
it
no
looks
problem.
really cool, but
Completely understandable. The screen is definitely a bit of a clusterfuck. Stream is very quiet today. That's so odd. Usually it's a bit bigger. I apologize. I was counting on more people interacting and asking questions. But you know what? Sorry,
don't even apologize. Legitimately, like I the best I see is 1 viewer in my stream, and they don't.
And they don't what?
So, in my own stream, like I get 1. Like the best I ever get is like a viewer count of 1, and they don't even speak at all. So it feels right, but you know, it's like at the same time, it's like there's 1 person here, and they're sort of weird.
Yeah, no, I totally get you, man. Hopefully, we can get you some more traffic because you honestly deserve it.
No, nah, I'm good.
I do not want more viewers on my Twitch.
Nah. Man, I actually feel for like really popular streamers with
yeah, because they can't really interact as much. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say that every single time I talk about it. It's just I don't see what's the point of doing it at that point, because you can't really interact with the stream at all.
The one exception I have found to this, and I mean, there's a couple of streams that are more done like TV, like, you know, Wayne Radio and Germa and all that, but the one exception I find is Northern Lion. I don't know how he does it, but he seems to like usually get whatever chat's generally saying and respond to it pretty well, and he's also just a super entertaining guy. I don't know how the frick he does it. He's on the ball. I don't know any other streamer with that size that pulls that off. Alright, we're burning some cards, getting some resources. Put down, continue building off this mountain here. Got another goblin camp, no problem. I should probably switch off the armor soon, but I just really like these bonuses, even though it's not giving me a lot of health.
Huh. So why are you putting down mountains?
So when you put mountains adjacent to each other, you get more max HP, and when you put mountains and rocks adjacent to this big mountain peak, you get even more HP.
Oh.
Every tile has a purpose. So like meadows heal you at the end of every day. Vampire tiles spawn vampires near monsters. I have a lot of meadows right now, but the thing is, you can put meadows anywhere, but if you don't put them adjacent to something, then they don't become blooming, and bloomings heal more. So that's why I'm holding them kind of close to my chest here.
Yeah.
But let me do one of those, and then let me put one of these down here. Get rid of those goblins. But yeah, basically, tiles usually either give you a resource, spawn a monster, or do both.
Okay.
So like this treasury, every time I put a tile by it, I get extra resources. Usually whenever you place a tile, like a mountain or a meadow, you get resources as well. And when it's surrounded, it breaks and then a gargoyle will spawn. And the gargoyle is a tough enemy that gives really good loot.
Oh.
Yes. And then, yeah. And it's sad because I'm on the stream account right now. And so I don't have all the stuff I normally have unlocked, so I can't really show you the full breadth of this game. JC says, spiffy haircut, Darnell. Who's your barber? Thank you, flushed emoji. Normally I just go to like sports clips or something, but because of pandemic and you know, struggling with finances, I just had my dad do it. He apparently used to cut hair when he was in the military, and he was like, I'll cut your hair. I was like, all right. So yeah, thank you though, JC. Very nice of you to say.
I'll cut your hair. Don't even worry about it, son.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. Never again, because I was like in the garage in like 30-degree weather, and he didn't like put a cape around me or anything. So it's just, and my hair. You've seen me. I have like really thick, greasy hair. Like it doesn't get long. It just gets thicker and thicker. So it was like all over me, and I was itching like crazy. Never again. But he did a good job. And
hey, there we go.
Yeah, very cool of him to do so.
What's a spoiler Eli put in the chat? Oh, the dog picture. Yeah.
Oh, it's a dog picture?
Yeah, it's the anime girl's a dog.
Oh, Corona? Oh, let me see this. This game runs in the background. Oh, wait. No, I don't know what that is. It's so weird. You never know when you open a spoilered image from Eli. He's a strange guy, but we love him.
Absolutely not. Eli.
What's
crazy?
What?
I love him.
Oh, I thought you were saying I absolutely do not love Eli. He is the.
Oh my! No.
I was like, no. So sad. I think I'm gonna take the evasion here because that sounds epic style. And I have another Oblivion, so I can afford to put down another village. So I'm gonna put one right here, I think. No, right here. Be good. And then Oblivion that bandit camp. And then get another mountain down. And you know what? I'm just going to break the treasury. It's not optimal with my meadows, but I have a bunch of them, and I could use the resources, so I'm going to break that. And then now I get a rock. Yeah, I wasn't getting, like, any rocks. The rocks give you some HP when they stand on their own. Mountains give more, but they only when they're adjacent to other rocks or mountains, so that's why I wasn't putting them on the corners there.
Okay.
Got a decent shield. I don't want to lose that magic damage right now, though, so I think I'm just going to let it run. And we might try for the boss. We're getting close to filling up the boss meter. So we'll see.
You think you can do it?
Probably. Our current build is like, meh. Okay, so this is the exact same as this ring, with 1% less evasion and 1% less vampirism, but with some regen per second. I think I'll take it, because I'll stack with my other regen and probably be worth. Yeah, I don't know. Our stats are kind of like middling and everything. They're not too hyper-focused, but we also have pretty decent gear that we can't complain about, so I just really don't know. I'll definitely try it, I think, unless like things get really hairy, and then I'll book it out.
Looking forward to it. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully you can see them, because the bosses are cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should actually probably... I forgot I'm on Chapter 1 on this save. I should probably start saving Oblivions. I've been using them to get rid of annoying tiles, but the Chapter 1 boss, when he summons, spawns a bunch of Lich Palaces by the spawn, and for everyone that's there, he gets like 5% extra health and damage.
So you have to get rid of them.
Yeah, or build around the base so they don't spring up to begin with, which I could start doing now as well. I'll put just a vampire mansion here. Good. Some meadows here. Goblin Python you mentioned. What you working on?
Oh, I was just working on this little quiz that they wanted me to take. It's about software development.
Oh.
Yep, and I like it, but I just need to get all the small stuff down, like hexadecimal, etc. All the terms.
Hexadecimal is just series of numbers that well, okay, it can be two different things. I assume with software it's like the address of what you're working on. But hexadecimal can also just be numbers that represent colors, but okay, here's the thing is like I'm a decent student, but like I'm not an expert in the field, so I feel like everything I'm explaining is like bullshit. But hexadecimal, if I'm remembering, it's just like the address, an address number to locate like a file or a direct or something, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, thank goodness. Making myself sound like a dummy on the internet. Hang on, my fuck. That was you. Okay.
That's why I did it later. I said, Darnell, I am your father.
I was like, who's JC? Yeah, it's a quiet stream tonight. Thanks for tuning in, Dad. Apparently that was my dad in the chat.
wow.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay, and he's on camera. Thank you, Dad.
Aw.
Ooh, good thing it's a quiet stream, am I right? No one saw that. Alright, gonna save that Oblivion. Sorry, I'm just like out of it. Did not expect that today.
No problem.
That's never happened before. This is really weird.
I would have never expected that either.
Yeah, very sweet of him, but I did not expect that. Okay, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. We're getting close to spawning the boss. Hopefully in the next loop or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be exciting. I think we might actually stand a good chance. It seems we've got way better gear than I would have guessed, because we are just tearing through everything on Loop 6 without much trouble. Oh, I say that and I'm about to get wrecked by this blood clot.
Ugh.
That's hilarious, says Brandon. Hi, Mr. Darnell Jermaine. Oh, I forgot Brandon was here. Oh, no.
Oh.
Hello, Brandon. Brandon, by the way... Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Brandon's the guy who makes the thumbnails. That's Hamilton.
Oh, they're so good. Like, I enjoyed it.
I know,
They're
right?
good.
And you know what? He did the same thing that you said. He's like, "Oh, my sketches aren't good. I hope this is good enough." I'm like, "Dude, this is awesome." Artists, man, they can't love their own work.
We really can't. We really can't.
Really do be that way. All right, that ring's not good because it takes away my evasion, which I don't want. This will give me evasion, but I will lose the magic damage and some defense. Trying to balance out because we got decent evasion. I would like more, but I don't want to necessarily lose anything else we've got. This build just kind of worked out. I wasn't paying much attention because we were kind of vibing together, but I seem to have constructed a passable build.
Well, that's good. I'm just trying to follow along here. It seems like you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No idea what the hell that thing at the top is. That blood clot?
Yeah, that's the blood clot. They're fairly tough enemies. They usually drop pretty good loot. When you put two battlefields together, it creates like a... I forgot the exact name of the tile. It's like a warpath, and it spawns them every 4 days.
Oh.
Let me double check the tile name. It is Bloodpath. Sorry, not Warpath. How could I get that mixed up?
How dare you?
Put some mountains down. How many villages do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah, I see about 4.
So I can put one more. So I'm going to put one more right here. Because every 2 villages a bandit camp spawns, so I'm trying to be careful about that. Alright, and then we got... I can put probably another forest right here. I want to put it by the Blood Grove. Then I can probably put another vampire mansion somewhere, but I'll save that for now. Because I want to try and figure out what I'm going to do here.
Oh, pork chop.
Right here. Pork chop's so cute. We need more pork chop pictures in the group chat, TBH.
Oh, bro, I like half of my phone storage is pork chop photos.
Nice.
Video.
Dump it. Dump them. Let me start setting up here. I know what I said about the mountains, but I'm actually gonna 5,000 IQ because I keep getting meadows to do this. Oh! Boss spawned!
Oh.
Okay, so now we just have to get back to the campfire. Which we're still a long ways through, but I think we won't have much trouble. I'm not gonna put any more tiles down just to be safe.
Yeah, where is the boss?
He's at the... I'll show you, hang on. I just gotta finish this fight.
Yeah. Looks like your character seems to be strong enough.
Indeed, and we still have all our potions, which is good. Okay, so do you see that little like, it's hard to make out, that little thing right here?
Yeah.
That's the boss. He's at our campfire now. He blew it up.
Oh.
Yeah. We have a lot of villages on the way there, so I'm not too worried. And I don't think he spawned any palaces because we surrounded our little town there. But I will double check.
So are those front 2 cards on the bottom, are those Oblivions?
Yes, they can destroy a tile or any monsters on a tile.
Okay.
It's a bit of the Lich's magic, causes anything to be totally forgotten. Okay, there's a single palace here, so we need to destroy that, and that was it. Yeah, he can spawn a bunch that can really screw your day up, but thankfully I had the foresight to prep. put down another... Try to fill that up if we can. Because that'll give us resources, so there's no reason not to. And resources are like what you need meta-wise to like make buildings and improve your camp and engage in the roguelite features of the game. You get those for placing blocks, sometimes killing monsters, when things get bumped off, etc.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's not even pork chop. It's just Victor across the hall.
Oh, Victor. Classic Victor moment.
Oh yeah, that dog, he barks a lot.
Shaking my Victor. I kind of like this, but I really don't want to lose that evasion is the problem. This I will take. More defense, more magic damage. Yes, please. Oh, wait. Oh, can we take on these goblins? This is like the only game in history where goblins are really scary because, like, for some reason, when you kill another ally, all the goblins get more attack speed and damage. So they're really scary in these big groups, but I think we got them handled. Brandon says, speaking of pork, you seen the Hammer Room as of late? It's just ham sandwich. Yeah, Banker keeps spamming that. I don't know why. That meme was dead, like, on arrival.
It's just ham sandwich?
Yeah, he just keeps saying ham sandwich, and no one knows why. I think it was, like, a vague attempt to, like, provoke Hamilton, like, in a jokey way, not, like, out of any animosity. But, like, he just keeps doing it, and I don't know why. Those without context, I scoff at thee, he says. Yeah, our Discord is an interesting place, to say the least. But I have fun there.
Stretch! Well, I need to join the Discord one day, Ben.
Absolutely. I can get you the link right now. This is a pausable game. Here, let me pop you in 1 second. Let me just pop these in. It's right here. And then let me...
Wow.
Well, it's an auto game. I'll let it run while I do that so people have stuff to watch.
This game is wild. I mean, you started with nothing, and then now you're just this big old town, with mountaintops, gardens, hives of spiders.
There do be hives of spiders. Wait, how do you invite people again? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
There, I tossed you one. Sorry, I had a boomer moment.
No problem. There we go.
I don't even know why I'm putting those down. There's no purpose to that. I don't even think... Oh, no, they do give resources on put down. Let's take...
Ooh.
This is the only one that really helps us, even though it won't help that much against the boss. The other two just won't do much at this point.
Huh.
I should check the loot, probably. Regen... The loot, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, because I probably earned a lot of loot while I was... Okay, no, I'm good. Oh! Poggers! Just a straight-up better shield. Okay, this gives no evasion, which I don't want to lose that evasion, even though everything else is really good. Let's start popping down some meadows. Never hurts to have healing for the fight. Yeah, we're just tearing through. I think we're going to make it to the boss without too much trouble. Just knocking out some spiders. Putting down mountains.
Hopefully the boss is not too tough. What is the boss?
It's different every chapter. This is chapter 1. I don't want to say it because I want the audience to encounter it for the first time too, but you'll see it very soon.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, there are... I don't know how many chapters. I'm up to chapter 3 on my play on my own file. and I fought I fought 3 different bosses. I haven't beaten the 3rd one yet, but they're all pretty cool, and they have some really neat lore.
Yeah, I've noticed this game gained a lot of traction on Steam when it came out, so I was really on the edge of just getting it.
I think the biggest thing that helped it, well, the 2 biggest things was it got hit up by, considering the nature of the game, I'm pretty sure it had a fairly low development time and cost. It got a lot of traction from big roguelite tubers like NL, and the big thing was immediately when it hit Steam, it was on sale. Yeah. Yeah, as like an early get in on it, so a lot of people bought it, including myself, because it got recommended to me by some rando on the internet. I was like, all right, I'll play, because it was actually a roleplay thing. They're like, sorry, I didn't update. I was playing this new game. I was like, okay, what is it? And they're like, this, and I was like, oh, that looks cheap. I'll buy it. And then I wasted like 3 hours in it before I realized what had happened.
Whoops.
I don't want to lose the evasion.
Oh. Sounds like me in RimWorld.
Yeah. RimWorld's really fun. I haven't played that in a while. I'm not very good at it, but it's one of those games that's really fun to fuck around in.
Now you're making me want to play it, to be honest.
I mean, go ahead if you want to do it while we're on stream. You don't have to watch the game I'm playing. Jack, who I've had on before, another friend of mine, will often just, like, do whatever the fuck while I'm on stream. Like, he'll just casually be playing another game. So no ill will, as long as your internet can handle it.
Yeah, no problem. Stretch. We had a PD day today. That was enjoyable. I met a lot of previous graduates of the program, which was interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned before we started recording that some of them were on the snarky side?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The instructors for PD Day are a bit snarky, in which they like to laugh at you if you try pointing something out, or if you make a little mistake or you're embarrassed. So they'll do that whole thing where they're like, "Oh, don't be shy."
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I just can't handle that very well. So it'll just instantly, I'm just turned off from them. It's like, no.
For sure.
Yeah. So every day I just dread going to class on Thursdays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hamilton asks, how did you meet each other? It sounds like an IRL thing. Do you want to tell the story or should I?
I guess you. No problem.
Oh, wait, actually, I have to save that story. The lore's happening. How is this even possible? That's right, you didn't devour me like the rest of the world. Haven't I? Do you really don't think so? Bad grammar there, buds. You guys gotta edit that. What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Every one of its elements now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They shall remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform, static mass. Along with you, of course. What'd you say?
This is some good dialogue. Ooh. Like
You're
really
insane.
serious dialogue.
Yeah. So, what do we have here? I see. You found a way to interact with other pieces of your reality. To organize, combine, and merge them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talent or knowledge in you. You hardly even understand what is happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. What'd you say?
Sounds like me.
I'll tell you what's happening. A pile of bones is butchering my world and thinks that it can get away with it. You're already doomed and you know it. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors, a problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time, then. I don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. Battle begin!
Ooh.
Actually, we might not win. I might not have enough damage here. Hang on, I gotta put on the big damage. Maybe we can do it. We'll see.
You got this.
So TV Terry and Hamilton seem interested in the drama about the workplace. Brandon says the Lich is just SCP-106, the old man who has a pocket dimension, phases through walls. Oh, I remember that guy. Oh, I think we're gonna beat him. Yo! We took him out!
Hey, there we go. Easy peasy.
Nonsense. This is impossible. For so many reasons. I don't understand.
Now put everything back like it was before.
I can't. I've already completed my task, even if the result is not perfect.
You are in no position to refuse, you sack of bones.
He's already received everything I could gather. I just wanted to see how our crusade against the universe would end, to witness what would come of it. My presence is no longer required.
Who is he?
I get it. You're connected somehow, right? That's why. You will find out soon enough. This anomaly will not escape his attention. Now my explanations would be meaningless to you.
So spare me your wheezing and just die. If that sack of bones was telling the truth, I have a long journey ahead. I will build my whole world from scratch if I have to, and the skull of that monster will be the first brick in its foundation.
Woo.
And if you didn't know, he's from the very opening cutscene. It's like where it explains what happened to the world, so which explains why the hero thinks he was the big guy responsible, because he's the one that like actually did the destroying. So this is, you can choose a reward. I honestly don't know if this applies to all your runs or just this run. I truly don't know. But I am going to just take the resource assortment, and then you get the choice to retreat or keep going. I'm just going to retreat. Take my resources back. Everybody, listen! The Lich is dead! The curse has been lifted, but... What Lich? And what curse? I believe you, of course, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't remember the dead sorcerer? The one in the fur coat, holding a scepter all shrouded in star nebulas, floating above the world on his shining wings and eating it piece by piece. That's strange. Everything looks the same around here. Why? Guess he's not the only reason for this darkness, then. The skeleton has mentioned him, whoever he is. He must have something to do with the obliteration of the world. It seems that I have no other option but to continue my expeditions. My water cup is already empty. Brandon Hamilton says, wow, this is pretty toony dialogue. Yeah.
It is. It really is.
It is, but I love it. We can unlock... Oh, wait, no, that's the crypt. My bad. Okay. We actually don't have enough wood to get the rogue class, but I can make the cemetery. So let me take that and put that right here. And then... Thank you. It's a nice place. Calm. There are some people, but quiet ones. They look a bit grim, but they can tell you many things, if you can listen. And then...
You're definitely a DM. 100%. You can just hear it.
You flatter me too much, flushed emoji. But yeah, now we can run on second chapter. So enemies now have 1 to 2 abilities. They don't have reduced strength anymore. There's more resources. Basically, the higher chapters, more resources, harder game. And as you can see, so now you see we beat him. You can see the boss in the silhouette now is the Lich. And now we have just the vague silhouette of some sort of angel for chapter 2.
Ooh.
What else can I build before we move onward? Because I still need a lot more tokens. Is it the supply depot that gives hay? I need to figure out how to get hay or wheat fields or whatever it is. Oh, it's farm. Whoops, I haven't built a farm yet.
Building farms to kill God.
Hell yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna start another run here.
Sounds good.
Hang on, sorry, I got distracted. I'm gonna hit that mother frickin' start button. But yeah, the beginning of a loop is kind of slow because you're just killing slimes until you get enough stuff to like get your thing going. Just very laid back.
Yeah, it does seem to be the same thing, but, you know, loop hero, so...
It do be looping. So tell me, any more drama or stories you want to share about yourself?
Oh lordy, man. Whoo. No, I yeah, so oh yeah, speaking of which, we do have to talk about how we met.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Frick. Did you want to say that again or me? I forgot.
You can if you want.
Yes. So if I recall correctly, please don't hate me if I'm misremembering. What happened was, so I used to go to a college called Truman, and I went there with a bunch of my friends from high school. Eli, I met a bunch of people there, and I lived in the 5th floor of Missouri Hall dorm, and Eli lived on the 3rd floor. So we would sometimes travel to each other's floors, like hang out, get pizza, whatever. So I go down one day, and he's in the lobby. I think they're playing. I think Smash just dropped or something.
Yes.
Yes, Smash Ultimate just dropped, so everyone's in the lobby playing Smash. And Travis is one of the people they're playing, and you know he just is a really funny guy. He was really based, and I was like, I like this guy. I want to talk to him more. And I was like, yeah, he's cool. And I was like, we should invite him to stuff. And then we did, and then we just like became really good friends because he's awesome. It's a very simple story. It's not like a rom-com meet cute or anything, but I don't know. I just love the simplicity of it. It's like, oh, he was playing Smash. Oh, this guy's cool, and now we're friends for life. Because I feel like that's basically how all guy friendships are. When you boil them down, it's just like, oh, we like the same things. Now we're going to be together for life, I guess.
Yep, that's about it. Yeah. I'll see him when I'm wrinkly and old.
Yeah, exactly. He will be there when I have kids.
Oh yeah, and when we do not have kids, and we will let your kids play with our make-believe kids, aka our 5 dogs, 2 horses, 3 hamsters, etc.
Honestly, there's nothing wrong with not wanting kids. Even I've wanted kids forever, and even sometimes I'm like, but what if I want money instead in free time? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Me and Rachel are just like, I don't know. I'd like something that would ruin my carpet, not my life.
Child versus dog argument. I love it. Ruin my carpet, not my life. I'm also gonna start applying that to relationships. It's like, okay, just ruin my carpet, not my life.
I see. I didn't think that far ahead to continue this sentence.
I do that all the time. No worries.
Oh yeah.
This gives us damage to all on evasion, but we lose a little damage. I think I'll take it.
Hey, pork chop. Who's your good boy? Yes. Yeah. Right now, guess I'll just draw for a bit, or I'll just continue studying.
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned you were studying before. I hope I'm not taking too much time out of your day.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Like legitimately, I could be doing this anytime. But
Nice.
yeah, it's just goodness. I'm a bit stressed for the test, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah, it's one of those things you start to once you've been doing school long enough, just the total academic burnout.
yeah, legitimately, like after graduating from a 4-year university and just going through school for most of your life, like after you get out of school, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, right? Because that's the thing, too. Like, I don't know about you, but is it like you don't even hate learning? It's just the idea of, like, classes and tests are just, like, permanently disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I could read and watch videos and, like, learn new things all day, but, like, I'll put even the easiest multiple choice question in front of me and I'm gonna groan. Be like, no.
Yeah.
Not like this.
I completely agree. It's just horrible.
Hamilton says, Travis, look down at your ankle. The shackle of iron is unmoving, and its chain leads directly to Darnell. You are forever bound to him now, all because you played Smash. Oh, no.
It's not too wrong.
This is
Man,
so sad.
I'm, like, in our friend group, I'm, like, renowned as being really good at Smash Bros., which really, I think it concreted that shackle.
Yeah, Travis is really, really freaking good at video games in general. I believe you mentioned that you were invited to do esports for League at one point?
Yeah, I got into Challenger back when I was back in high school, and got into Challenger for a bit in college. But after that, like I realized, maybe I shouldn't be playing this video game for so long because I got really mad playing League. Like
Yep.
you playing with me, it was bad, and I finally got out of that little mindset. Thank goodness. Like I play a game like sometimes, but
Yeah, I was the same way with League. That's why I quit it cold turkey. It brought out the worst in me. My friend Marshall still brings up bad memories. That game is just cursed to like make you evil. I'm convinced.
Oh, I completely agree. It's built to bring out the worst in people.
It really is. Terrifying game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are really good at video games, and you helped me a lot when I was first getting. Well, I wouldn't say first, but like really getting into the older Dark Souls because I had played 2 and 3. Like when I was getting into the OG and like all that, you helped me a lot. Like it's not just MOBAs; he's just really good at games. And if you ever get the chance to watch him on a stream, you'll see it's a joy to watch.
I've just been playing games for all my life, so yeah. It's just experience. Just like I wish I had my gaming experience that I would with drawing.
Yeah, I know, right? If I had invested the same amount of time I have into video games into any like singular like hobby, just imagine.
You would be so powerful.
Exactly. I truly believe if gamers invested like their gaming energy into science, like cancer would probably have already been cured by now. Like just the collective like the sheer amount of hours and time. But we'd be gaming. I'm gonna. What do I want here? I think I want Blade of Dawn again because that's just really good.
Yeah, just today's gaming is just the past drinking.
You're not wrong.
Just like what else did the medieval people do back then?
Yeah, I drank and died.
Yep.
I do, dude. Alcohol is such an F tier drug. I got so on a stream it was actually for the Valhalla stream like 2 weeks ago. I drank, so I like have a fairly high alcohol tolerance. So I've never really been drunk before, but I was like, I really want to get drunk and I want to make it fun for the viewers. So I drank like half a bottle of Rhyme Again and then like half a thing of UV Blue. And I got drunk on stream, and I think it was a fairly good time. But like I could feel myself starting to get sick, so I ended off. And then like somehow 3 or 4 hours passed in the bathroom where I literally thought I was dying. I was texting Tan. I was like, if I don't live, I love you so much, man. I was like calling my dad. I had never felt like that before. And I realized that every story everyone's ever told me about, oh, I got so fucked up, man, I vomited, is not a fun story. I don't know what the hell they're on, but I never want to do that again. It was nightmarish.
Yeah, I never got into the whole drinking scene, except wine. Wine is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Wine's fine. Wine's just like grape juice with a little sauciness.
Oh man, the first time I ever had wine, I remember it. It was we went to Silver Nickel, I think it was called, back in Kirksville.
Oh, I remember the Silver Nickel.
Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if you were there at the time. I do know that Eli was there. Jacob was there, and were you there? Were you?
I don't think so. I don't know. It depends on how the story goes.
I could have sworn that it was like the first time we went to Wooden Nickel. But anyways, I was just like, okay, you know what? I'll try a glass of wine. You know, it's a sort of fancy Italian restaurant or whatever. I'll try it. And oh my god, like Eli would not stop making me laugh. Like everything, my giggles just traveled from the seat to the floor of the apartment. It was just horrible. I loved it.
I'm happy for you. That sounds like a pretty good experience. I often have a much better time when I get like high than when I get drunk. So I'm at very low health, and I only have 1 potion because I was so low health it instantly procced a potion on campfire. I don't think I'm gonna make another loop. This build did not work out, so I'm just gonna scamper off with the resources I have, as middling as they are. Because it's better than only keeping 30% of them. And I'm going to see what I can build here. I need to make a farm. I don't have enough stones. Are you kidding me? I love how I beat the chapter 1 boss. I'll be honest. I beat it too quickly. I don't have nearly as many things as the game expects you to have by now. so I'm kind of screwed. I might have to go back and farm more Chapter 1, but I don't want to. I'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm like low on tiles. I don't even have wheat fields yet. U.S. Bank sent me a note of gratitude.
Thanks for giving us your money.
Thank you, smile.
Appreciate it.
Oh wow, we have some comments. Hang on. TD Snyder says, it starts to feel like they're trying to force you to learn. I love to learn things on my own, but as soon as I have to for something, I hate it. I'm the absolute same way, TD Snyder, exactly. They also say, League is just a salt mine. True. When it comes to drugs, you end up feeling like it wasn't great, but collectively you feel you'd do it again. Yeah, I'm not never gonna drink alcohol again. I think I'm just gonna be wiser about it. And not consume so much in such a short span of time. I also almost freaking okay. I don't want to exaggerate too much. I didn't go to the hospital or anything, but I feel like I got close to giving myself silicic poisoning, silicic acid poisoning. From too much acetaminophen. I didn't even have a cold. My nose was runny like yesterday, and then at work they were like, "Oh, there's some cold medicine." It was like a nondescript box in the first aid thing, and I was like, "All right, I'll take these." And I was like, "Whatever." And then 5 hours later at home, I was like, okay, I'll take NyQuil. And then I went to sleep for maybe an hour, and I woke up, and I'm not talking like high or like, oh, dude, I was so fricked up. I literally felt like I was not in the same layer of reality. I was like nauseous. I couldn't like concentrate. I felt like my body was not real. I don't know what happened. But yeah, apparently my body doesn't take to drugs too well. Because it hasn't gone well. Will Z asks, is this the same file you were playing last time, or is this your other one? No, this is the same file. What you're seeing is because, I don't know if you were here earlier, Will Z, but we did beat the first boss on stream. So now we are in the second chapter, but we're a little ahead of the curve. I'm simply too good at the game. I don't have nearly as much unlocked as I should, so it's going to be a tough grind for a while of running away. But, yeah, let's get back into it. But yeah, moral of the story, my body doesn't do well with drugs. I have no clue why.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, the only... goodness. I used to have such bad... what do you call it when you can't sleep?
Insomnia?
Yeah, I had horrible insomnia. Like,
Mhm.
but back... Alright, you know how... Alright, so back in college, I was a front desk night monitor, in which every night I was posted at the front desk of our college dorm.
I remember there was a girl who always made you cover for her and would never cover for you, and I never even met her, and I still have, like, such a hatred for her.
Yep, every single time, I remember. And, gosh, there was this one night where... I think it was one of your friends. It was one of Jacob's friends, actually. It was
Which Jacob, I don't want to say their names on stream, because they're real people, but my roommate Jacob or Jacob that we still hang out with.
We still hang out with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll make sure to stop using real names. I need to get used
No,
to
no, you're totally good. I just don't want to give their full names without their permission. I don't care if you say Jacob or whatever.
Yeah, no worries. And this guy, alright, so I'm supposed to, like, get their ID. I'm supposed to, like, make sure they belong in the dorm, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And this fella, he's going to some sort of card game, and he's trying to get into the dorm, like the very front door. It's about 4 o'clock at night, or in the morning, I guess I should say.
Right.
And I'm just like, do you belong in this building? Is everything okay? And the thing is, like, I couldn't just let him in, because I would get in trouble.
Right.
So he had to get all his friends to calm down. And, he tried... I hate that I had to do this, but he tried, like, passing the desk and not giving me, like, his credentials and whatnot. And I had to actually do all that junk. And he just gave me a look. Like, oh my goodness, this scornful look that I'll just never forget.
And I assume maybe he was like drunk or tired or whatever, but at the same time, you have your job to do, man. And those jobs, for context, are required to keep your scholarship. So they're not just like little for fun part-time things. You have to do them at our college. You had to do that to get your scholarship. They made you work. Yeah. So it was like you don't want to just lose that, because if you don't get enough hours by the semester, you lose the scholarship.
Yeah. I felt bad that I couldn't just let him go, but at the same time, it's like,
Oh, I think he was being a little bit of a dick about it, hearing it. At least from your perspective, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess. Hopefully.
He should have just simply, like, stayed at his own dorm if he didn't have a card for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss being a night security guy. It was nice.
It was
and
so
quiet.
chill. I remember I got that job instead of the farm, I think.
Oh yeah.
On your recommendation, and it was so. I would just bring my laptop and play games because you almost. Well, I wasn't night like you. I was like middle of the day, but like
Yeah.
I had barely had to do anything.
Nice.
I would just play games on my computer. I think my best college memories. Do you remember that class they made us take about the Missouri Constitution? Like the easiest blow-off class in the world with the chillest professor ever.
Yep. I remember that.
All I did was play CK2 in that class, and I aced it. And like gradually, more and more people started sitting next to me and watching me until like half the class was just huddled around. I was playing CK2 on my laptop because it's like the easiest blow-off class ever. And the professor was a really chill guy. Like he didn't even care. He was like, oh, whatever, go for it. Do I want this? I want this. Are you still there, buddy? Uh-oh, did I lose you?
No, my dog is just barking, so I mute my mic for a moment.
Oh, all good. I was like about to go in the Discord. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I have some good memories of Truman, but I kind of regret leaving it to an extent, but also I'm doing my grades are much better in online school. Even though I hate not being able to see people, I miss clubs. I will admit, I think my brain's better wired to the online format, which is maybe weird because like everyone else seems to not think so with COVID. I started online school before COVID, but my grades have been all A's since I started online school, and I've made Dean's List 2 years now.
Nice. Damn. Look at you.
Yeah, I'd be out here. Hamilton says, I can't believe Travis died on stream. No, he's back.
Oh my god. Pork chop.
Is that pork chop or is that the other one, your neighbor's?
That's pork chop the son. You want a piece of bacon? You want some bacon?
Bacon.
Can I bribe you with bacon?
Blade of Dawn might save us here. Yes! Blade of Dawn based! Alrighty.
But yeah, I do miss Truman. It was nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I definitely do miss all the times we had there. It was very nice to speak with other people.
Yeah. Remember seeing other people?
Oh my goodness.
I know it's like
Yeah,
a
like-
tired COVID joke by now, but at the same time, it really do be driving me nuts.
It really, like as a hardcore introvert, that all right. I found that I'm an extrovert with a low battery, sort of.
Yeah.
What?
Introverted extrovert.
Yeah, introvert, extrovert.
You might be. I mean, I don't know the validity of this term, but my old anime club advisor, I like to throw around the word ambivert, which was kind of like that. Ambivert, where you like have perspectives of both, like a low battery, but like people, or don't like people, but you have a high battery for social situations.
Yeah. It's like even now, like I miss speaking with people.
Yep, I'm the same way, man. I liked being by myself. I would usually spend a lot of time in my room if it weren't for the boys, but like combination of everyone being away at college while I'm online and like not being able to go out and meet people has been like what's the meme about what's that meme, Ted Kaczynski, the something revolutions and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. That's been quarantine. I totally flubbed the joke by not remembering the quote. But it's true. Like, again, I know COVID talk is tired, but it really is, like, the worst. I'm so glad to have the YouTube community, and of course my friends like you, Travis, that we stay connected with online, but, like, I will be happy when I can... It sucks, too, because, I don't know if I've told you my unfortunate circumstance, but, unlike most people, I have always been a legal boy. Outside, very briefly, like, drinking where it's legal, like, with parents in a family situation, I didn't drink until I was 21, and, First St. Patrick's Day was before COVID stuff was really like big yet. It was like early March of 2020. My boss wouldn't let me out. I was like, hey, I wanna go drinking. This would mean a lot to me. And you know, I worked at my old Christian private high school, and he was like, no, that's not a very godly thing to do. I don't want to give you off for that. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then this year, COVID, so I couldn't go out. So one day I will get to go drinking on St. Patrick's Day.
So you've always, like, you never drank before you were 21?
Yeah, and I was saying, because of that, I haven't drank on a St. Patrick's Day, because last year boss wouldn't let me off, this year COVID. So I've yet to go celebrate St. Patrick's Day, even though I'll be like 23 or 24 before I get to. Which is so sad.
I got you.
What do I want to put down here? Let's open a little longer. So how you feeling? You holding up with the stream?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've yeah. But
We might die here.
oh no. Aw, rip.
Yeah, I just don't have a lot of the building. Yeah, look how much we lose. I don't have a lot of the buildings that I should by now, but I don't want to make people watch me continue to grind Chapter 1 after we beat it, but we may have to. I don't know.
That's what it takes. It's what it takes.
You'll be that way. Yeah, Brandon Hamilton says Industrial Revolution. Will Zed says Jared Diamond and guns, germs, and steel be like. Though I think that one is about the agricultural revolution. Alright, I'm gonna grind. How long have we been streaming? Only like an hour?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I thought it was much longer for some reason. Yeah, these games run pretty quick when you die. I guess I'll grind Chapter 1. I don't want to, because we already beat the boss, but like, we're getting our ass handed to us in Chapter 2, so I think we have to. I could also play on my other file, but I want you guys to, at least, before I resort to that, I'd at least like to beat the second boss on this file so you can see all the dialogues, and then you'll be caught up lore-wise to where I am, pretty much. Give or take a few buildings I've built. Because those sometimes give a little bit of lore, but usually not that much. What the hell is the shape of this loop? It's like a dick and balls.
Yeah, that's what you think that.
Yeah, well, like the dick is crooked at the end, but it's almost a dick and balls.
We got Let Go Harry Potter on the Switch since it's like a big sale.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is very fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I might have to give that a look-see. I know someone's making... I don't know all the details on it, but I was watching Harry Potter with Tan a while back, and I was like, they should make like an open world, like RPG where you can play in the Harry Potter world and not be Harry Potter, just be your own guy, and someone's making that. And that sounds really fun. I've never even been like a Harry Potter guy, but I might have to give that a look. But Harry Potter Lego might just tide me over until then.
I'm very much looking forward to that RPG. It looked interesting.
Yeah.
But man, this year, oh my god. What year was it that Cyberpunk was released? This year?
Last year. Wait, was it this year? I don't even remember. Hold on.
Right.
Cyberpunk 2077. That game pisses me off for a very specific reason. Okay, I was released 2020 in like September. So what pisses me off about that game is I only played it for an hour. And I was like, all right, fuck this game, I'm going to refund it. So I exited and then went to bed because it was like really late. I woke up and Steam says I had played it for 11 hours. Huh? What? I said. The app was closed, but apparently Steam thought I was still running it. I've tried several times to contact Steam. I don't have any achievements. They won't let me refund it because it's over 2 hours.
That is shitty.
Very shitty. And so I like have a personal hatred for Cyberpunk. Because its bug like directly fucked me over financially, and I'm very upset about it.
You know, that's fair enough, honestly. That's a reason to hate it. That was just such a huge disappointment. Like I was just so the amount of disappointment I had was just so immeasurable when I saw that it was apparently not as good, like in full of bugs.
Yeah, I'm sure. I feel like it's gonna go one of two ways, right? It's gonna either go path of No Man's Sky, where like after 5 years it'll be the game everyone wanted, but no one will remember it, or it's gonna go the path of the fuck you, we already have the money, and people are gonna be very pissed at CD Projekt Red for like a year and then forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I was expecting so much because Witcher 3, and they did such a good job with that. But this just
mega disappointment.
They teased this game like 20 years, like 10, 15 years ago.
It's been in the works forever. And another thing that pisses me off is I don't have the best computer, but I have a pretty good computer. It's like designed to be a gaming PC. The parts are a couple years old, but it runs well. And this isn't just an issue for me, I've noticed. Even on the lowest graphics, anytime I'm in combat in Cyberpunk, it lags immensely. And I was looking into it. A lot of people have the same problem, huge frame rate drops. Like, it's not even playable. Otherwise, I could at least put up with the bugs. But, like, I can't really get my money's worth out of it. And it's really annoying.
Right.
So... Mochi says, are you Tanhoney from SCP? If so, if you are, I love your SCPs, man. Keep it going. Mochi, thank you very much. I am not Tanhoney. I am Darnell, his co-host on the podcast. This is my real-life friend, Travis. But if you, I would encourage you to leave that comment if you'd like on our latest podcast episode. Or I'll relay it to Tan, because we already did the comment reading when we recorded today. But that's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Can we just take a moment to like look at that for a moment? Like that... You have someone like saying the stuff you guys make is incredible, and I just have so much respect for that, man. Like,
the thing is, Tanhoney's really famous in the SCP community. So, actually, I want to be honest here. Most of the fans have also been very sweet to me, but occasionally we'll get a fan that's like, Tanhoney, I love your work. Also, fuck you, Darnell. Your opinions are shit. It's like, yeah. But no, for the large part, everyone's really cool. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Travis. We never expected to get as big as we did. We kind of just made the YouTube for fun on a whim, and then Tan was on an interview for another big YouTuber, and we got a lot of viewers, and we've been growing from there, and our community's great. But at the same time, our production value does not match the growth of our community, so, we had to, we didn't get most of our audio issues fixed till, almost episode 30 of the podcast. And, even still, we have a lot of problems we need to work on, but, yeah. Brandon Hamilton says, holy fucking shit, look at the layout. It's not a dick and balls. It's an Among Us character, sideways. No. He's right. Look, if you put the hand here, the window. You see it?
We're just gonna stop right there. Okay, that's been great, everyone. Seeing you.
For context, Tanhoney made an Among Us SCP as a dare, and it was very controversial. A lot of people were like, you're just using this for popularity, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people were like, you do you, Tanhoney, you're allowed to have fun on the wiki. It was like a huge deal. So, as a sick practical joke, we released a shitpost video on the channel, and then he made Among Us SCP-2, and he and he put a stupid amount of effort into it, and it's actually really good, and now a lot of the haters are with him, but there's still, a small group of people that are like, I will never upvote the Among Us SCPs. Yeah, his first one was pretty mediocre, but the second one was such a banger. I don't know if you've read it, but really, really good.
Nah, I didn't read it, but I saw the videos that you guys posted about him.
Nice. Oh man, you watch our videos, Flushed Emoji?
100%. Yeah.
Dude, you are a king. I was about to say I don't say king lightly, which is a lie, but you are a king. Just so you know.
No, we all are each other's kings, or our own king in some way.
Hell yeah, brother. Put this rock down and we can meadow this up and complete our bust open our sanctuary here, or treasury I mean. Put another treasury down up here. I'm just going over my loot real quick. Apologies. Okay.
Hey, you want to win the game? Heck yeah.
I do be wanting to, or at least get as many resources as possible. I think this time, even if we beat the boss, if I'm in a good gear position, I'll let it run so we can collect resources for a while. That's probably what I should have done after beating the boss, but I was just so excited. So excited! To show
You
people
got this. You got this.
words to show people chapter 2, and then we got raffle stomped. Alright, keep that Oblivion for now, just in case. We're in a pretty tricky situation here, I'll be the first to admit. This
Yeah?
could be tough.
I'm not well versed enough in this game to see if that's a tricky situation or not.
Well, we only have one more loop of these vampires, but we're on loop 3, and I don't know if my gear is good enough to beat the vampire and his 4 ghouls with how little health I have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was actually a pretty tough fight. I thought it was a boss fight last time.
But we just got blessed with way better gear, so now I'm not as worried. Although there is also a quest among them, and my heroes decided to focus the one with the most HP. Oh, gotta love idle game mechanic. I think he'll make it just barely. I don't know, though.
Just live my life in an idle game, please.
Level up. I don't have any regen, so that's worthless to me. Second thoughts. What's our defense value? Still early on, so we'll take the more defense every loop. Okay, we killed the vampire. This is good. We're gonna want this, no, that's a little less defense, but attack speed's the same. We get damage to hull and we get magic damage, but we lose the evasion. I think this is what we want to take. Hang on.
Yeah, you didn't die.
Yeah, somehow. We did it! And now next loop, I believe it'll become accounts lands, and it'll be very helpful to us. While it's running in the background real quick, I think I'm going to screenshot that thing from Mochi and send it to Tan, because he's going to be really happy to see that.
I'm sure, you know.
Yeah, he'll probably say something chuny like, of course, it's only natural, but on the inside, he'll be very happy.
It's like a Megumine, Jesus.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Let me check what happened while I was gone. Let me put these down first.
Nothing too harsh.
Yeah, I think we're in a good position here. Yeah, we're good. Oh, I'm pretty low. Even on chapter 1? What's going on?
Yeah, you were destroying this chapter last time.
I don't know. Maybe I. Oh no! I was trying to pause and I misplaced my mountain. Oh, it's gonna bother me. It's literally useless right now, and it's bad.
A lone stone in the darkness.
We could leave now, but I think we can make another loop because we have counts lands now.
Are those mimics?
Sometimes they're mimics, but usually they're not. I didn't look close enough to see if those ones were. This gives more attack speed, counter, and regen. Yeah, we're gonna take this. This gives more defense. I hate to lose the attack speed, but we need the health and defense, and we could really use better weapons soon, hopefully. Now, let's see how this goes.
At least this game doesn't have any ridiculous secret passageways.
Oh, did you have an experience with secret passageway games recently?
Oh my god.
Do
Why?
tell.
It's just the mechanic in general. Just like I understand if it's like a hidden secret mechanic or something, but just putting I have such a love-hate mechanic with them. I can't even put my words right.
It's totally fair, man.
Like,
Is it like how I feel about side quests? It's one of those things where like I want to do them all, aka in your case I want to find them all, but at the same time it becomes like stressful because
yes,
yeah,
that Yeah.
Because like I love side quests, I want to do them, but oftentimes in games they'll give you like 10 at once. There'll be so many, it becomes more stressful than fun.
Yeah.
I kind of get that way with secret passages in Dark Souls. I'm like constantly paranoid I've missed something that could have helped me.
That was the exact game I was thinking of with the secret passage.
Especially because like so many times people will leave a message like secret passage and it's not there, and you just question if you're doing it wrong. Oh man.
It's weird how weapons have durability, but like I've never broken my weapon before.
Yeah, because they repair at campfire. I think they only ever really break if you're grinding, like super hard or something. I've never experienced it much either. I've had weapons get low, but I don't think I've ever broke one. I want this. Less defense, no counter, no regen, but vampirism, but low vampirism, but more... No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. I don't know if we're gonna make this loop or not, after all. I'm weighing it in my head right now. Trying to see where we are. Oh, wait, no, we haven't even gotten to the villages yet. I shouldn't be worrying so much.
You got this.
Yeah. Defense, magic damage, attack speed, this is just way better.
So during these battles, does your character decide who's getting hit, or...?
Yeah, all this is automatic. I don't control it at all. Otherwise, I would have it target different enemies than it does most of the time.
Right.
The only thing I consciously do is equip stuff and put down tiles. Everything else is just run by the game. So that's why I say it's an idle game, but you're so busy like putting crap down that you can't really just like leave it in the background. Gets hit by the grove.
I take it the music's probably really 8-bitty.
Oh, can you not hear it?
Nope.
Weird. It should be showing on the stream. Yeah, the music is actually really good in this game. It's not as 8-bitty as you would think, actually. It's like, here, open the stream on YouTube and turn up the volume, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a second so you can, like, hear it when it catches up.
Okay. This music reminds me of a certain animation.
Oh, what animation?
There is this really... I love this animator on YouTube. His name's Worthy Kids.
I love Where the Kids so much. Oh, he's so good.
Love him so much. And he made this one just completely dumbass animation I just love to this day.
Which one?
It's the one where they go into the cave and it's the old man.
With the app? Wait, the apple one?
Yeah, the apple skull.
Yeah, yes! Oh, I love that.
It just hardcore reminded me of that music, dude.
Dude, oh god, I love Where the Kids so much.
Oh yeah, man, that guy's going places. He's on Adult Swim now. He's got his own little band.
He is?
Yeah.
I knew about the band. What's he doing on Adult Swim? Is he just like working on other shows?
He's just doing animation stuff. Like he even made a little commercial for him.
That is based times 1,000. Very happy for him.
Right?
Right, indeed. And we are just killing spiders and taking names, but like, I'm worried for our long-term survivability here. I don't want to lose the magic damage and the damage to all, but the vampirism might really be helpful in the extra defense. Oh, I just don't know. I think I have to take the vampiric shield. Probably slap down another battlefield over here, more treasures, and then I can probably... Should probably save that for when I have another grove. Just trying to think about what like the most optimal way to play this is to farm resources.
Stretch.
Stretch. Perfect.
Legit, from as much anime as I watch, I like accidentally put like a little at the end of some of my stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I have a bit of a weeb moment. I've never, like... I mean, I can't say never. I guess when I first got in the anime, I was pretty cringe. But, like, I've never gone, like, full, like, pretend I understand, like, Japanese or whatever. But sometimes Tan and I like to, like, just say random bullshit. Like, nani desu ka? When we're, like, watching a scene. Or, like, yeah, add the ooze or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching the ReZero... Oh, right. I don't want to spoil it, but... We were watching the ReZero episode, and like, this is how stupid Tan and I are. We were watching it, and like there was some emotional scene going on. I'll be as nondescript as possible. And the character said something, and we both were like, "Yo!" And Tan went, "That line was a banger." Like, those were the words that came out of our mouth. I was such a weeb. So I told you I was like fucked up on coal medicine the other day, right? I forgot the ReZero episode dropped. And we were getting ready to record when I got home, and I remembered it, and I pulled my car over just to text Han, "Wait, I forgot about the ReZero episode!" And he was like, "Oh shit!" And we watched that first. That's how excited I was. And you know what the weird thing is, too? I don't know if I've told you, I've mentioned this to our other friends. I barely even watch anime these days. I mostly read manga, but ReZero has just been so exceptional.
Really?
It's just that good. And it's nothing against anime, it's just a time thing. It's easier for me to read manga, but like, I fucking make the time for ReZero. It's so good. It's so stupid good. It's chuny, but it's so stupid good. I can't even describe it. The animation's on fleek, characters are interesting, story's gritty as fuck!
I need to give it a shot.
Yeah, you need to get back on that train. Maybe we can get the boys and like figure out a way to watch together, but I wouldn't get your hopes up because everyone's so busy these days.
Yeah.
I miss the days where we could just like sit in a lounge and watch JoJo or whatever.
Yeah, I miss those days. It was nice. Yeah, we watched the entirety of season 5 out there.
Yeah. Oh man. I want to put a spider nest here. I want to put a treasury. I want to put a treasury like here. I want to give it the old bop, bop, shablop, you know what I'm saying? It's here. Put a grove, like, over here. No, over here, even. Don't want to put down another village in case I need this oblivion. But... we're starting to pick up steam on this run a little bit, which is nice.
Hi. I don't think he's going to eat that off of the...
It's because I'm holding you.
Probably.
Watch out right here.
What is it?
It's honey. Just turn the chair.
Oh. She spilled some honey on the chair armrests.
Oh no.
Look, pork chop, look. Do you like honey? I'm not sure. Wait, can dogs eat honey?
Yeah.
I think dogs can eat honey. You know what else you can give dogs? Pumpkin seeds. And, well, make sure your dog doesn't have a nut allergy. And they can help if your dog has tapeworms.
Good boy.
There you go. Good boy.
Good boy.
Thank
Pumpkin
you.
seeds do wonders. I think I'm going to put on this vampirism armor.
Thank you.
Wait, there's a... I was gonna wipe it. There's still some of it. Stop! Your hands are gonna get sticky.
I'll wash my hands.
Why are you wiping it with your hands?
I'm gonna wipe them.
Travis, now it's dirty! I'll wash them! Sure. Why did you say that to me? I hate you. By the way, we're just screaming as you're screaming about honey spilled on the chair.
So yeah, she knows now.
Yeah, now I know. Thanks.
Yeah, Rachel, I was trying to like cough and be like, Travis, we're on the stream still. I tried. So the boss spawned on accident when I wasn't paying attention to the boss bar, and because I didn't fill up my thing properly, he's got 3 Lich Palaces, so I might be in trouble here. But we'll see how it goes. We'll leave that for now.
So yeah, what? Oh, is that a gargoyle?
Yes. I was going to say I accidentally spawned the boss because I wasn't paying attention to the meter, so I didn't fill up the spots around here, so there are 3 palaces, so he has 15% more health and damage. So we could be in trouble, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, we still have to go through this whole loop, basically, because I was at, like, the beginning of the loop.
Hey.
Travis? Hello?
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
sorry. Is the stream still going on YouTube? It said OBS disconnected and I panicked.
Yeah, it seems like you lost connection. Yeah, it looks like the stream...
Really? It's still running on mine. Is it really gone?
Oh, nope. Okay, I think we're back.
Oh. Yeah, I stopped streaming to you for a second to free up the internet in case that was the issue.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I meant the YouTube stream, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Will said, I feel as though we hear things not meant to be heard. Hey, I tried to do the clear throat.
Oh my god.
It's okay, it's not like you guys said any personal information or anything, it was just kind of funny.
Yeah, nah, that's why I kept going. I thought it was funny.
Poor Rachel. Again, Rachel, if you're watching this, so sorry. It froze up a sec, but all is well, says Will said. Okay, thank goodness. I was so worried. I was like, oh no. Somehow, because my computer sometimes just wonks out for no reason, despite otherwise being a really good computer. And I always fear that's going to happen in the middle of a recording or a stream one day, but we've been doing this for over a year and it's yet to happen. Watch me have just jinxed it. But at least in a stream, if that happens, it'll just cut the stream off and save the VOD. But in a recording, I hate the idea of like... Oh wait, no! It did happen one time! That's right. There was one time on a podcast, we didn't get very far. We read one skip. It was like the one about like Church of the Broken God, but like Call of Duty guys. And my computer wonked out and I completely lost the recording. So we had to redo it and we were like, well, Darnell, you've already seen it, so it won't really be authentic, so we'll read something else instead. So we did. But that's why that one is never going to be on the podcast, unfortunately, because through technical error, I had already seen it and reacted to it. And I didn't want to, fake it.
Fair enough. Good on you for doing that. At least you didn't want to fake it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure plenty of other people would have faked it, or at least tried to.
Yeah. We were like, yeah, we don't want to do it to the audience, because that's like the whole premise of our podcast. If we fake that, all we're really doing is just SCP readings, which like 8,000 other channels do better.
I mean, you guys actually have like multiple perspectives of each SCP, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna take Survivalist. That sounds really good. I enjoy doing it with Tan, because it was just a very good situation, because like I mentioned in the podcast, I never really got into SCP. I read like a couple. I mainly just read the ones Tan would link, actually. Whenever... Hang on. That's going to be really good with Survivalist. Hang on, I need to go gamer mode and focus for a second.
Ooh, go for it.
Put a grove down here. I want to put a blood grove here. And then I want to go... Meadow, meadow, meadow. Sorry, what was I saying? I don't even remember.
Now I lost it. Great.
Brain machine broke.
Oh man. Let's see.
This will give more regen, which is going to be better, and more defense. Honestly, now that we took Survivalist, regen's a much better build for us than Vampirism. So I'm gonna lean into that. I have no, it's just magic. Ooh, that's a lot of magic damage and defense. But I don't want to lose that 1.2 regen. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good to kill the boss, and then we'll take a thing and keep rolling, get some resources for as long as we think we can make it. Although with how much we've built, the loops are gonna take forever to get through. So maybe we'll just do 1 or 2 more after the boss. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, honestly, I didn't realize how lucky I am to have, Anomalous help us edit the podcast, Tan as my partner, because I did another podcast, I don't know if you've seen it, Travis, called Good Morning Poon Poon. And again,
No.
I don't want to, it's where, have you ever heard of the manga Oyasumi Poon Poon?
No.
It's a very dark but very good manga, and it's like, we basically did a deep dive analysis on it. And again, I don't want to bad talk my co-hosts, because they're honestly great people, and they have busy lives, I get it. But it wasn't even my idea to start the podcast. It was another co-host's, and I ended up doing all the editing. I set all the meetings, and like multiple times there'd be a time where like we're supposed to meet, and a half hour before they're like, sorry, can't do it. And then we'd have to wait all the way till next weekend. I was the one who set up all the points. And finally, I was like, guys, I love you guys, but now that we're done with this, I don't want to do that anime podcast we talked about. It's too stressful to have to do everything myself. Because Tan and I usually split the work pretty evenly, and Anomalous helps with the podcast themselves. Because the main thing, because normally editing isn't actually that bad with podcasts, but the thing is my co-host Ahmed does not have a good audio setup, so his track always echoes all of our tracks, so I have to go in and edit out every echo to make it like work, and it takes hours. And I was really busy with tests, and I had to cancel the thing because it was costing me a lot of money. I was like, please, can someone edit this? I'm begging you guys, just one time. And Ahmed was like, I'll do it, and then he didn't do it, and he just kept saying it. And then there was even a time where I was like, Ahmed, just be honest with me if you can't do it. I might be able to do it in this one day. And he's like, no, I got it. And then he's like, sorry, can't do it. And then, thankfully, at the very last minute, my other co-host did it and like barely posted it in time. But after that, I was just like, I love you guys. I want to be your friends. I never want to run a podcast with you again.
Damn. Wow.
I was just straightforward about it.
At least you have the experience, no? Hey?
Yeah, and I learned I don't want to run podcasts without setting expectations, because I think I got really into it, and, we had casually talked about with the group of doing an anime podcast, but I think they didn't really care about it as much as I did.
Yeah.
And just the investment levels were different, and I learned that, not every podcast, you're not as lucky to have a co-host that gels as well with you as I do with Tan. So it made me appreciate what we got more.
Absolutely.
Man, I think we're gonna just destroy the boss. We are killing it right now in the regen department.
You run the good old vampire build.
Yeah, well, not even vampire, because we're not taking vampirism, just like straight up regen, because we picked up survivalist, so we're like unkillable. Well, I say that we're probably killable eventually, but right now we're kind of unkillable. Because right now our regen per sec's at like 6.6, so when we go under 30%, it goes to 13.2, which is pretty good.
Nice.
How is this possible?
That's right! You haven't Wait, this conversation. I remember it. I've already killed you! What the hell is happening here?
Killed me. I see. So that's how it is.
I didn't read it first because I didn't realize this actually is new to me. Because I haven't gone back and killed a boss I've already beaten before.
Hey, there you go.
I'm just his after-image, not the original. You have no idea what you've done.
And how many times will I have to do this world a favor by slicing you in half?
I don't think that you are able to comprehend this. I am a part of a self-defense mechanism, a multitude of copies sent to different realities at the moment of death. My destruction cannot be fixed, but in an endless series of attempts, different outcomes are possible.
I've defeated you once and I can do it again.
I never understood that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I sent copies of myself to other places, but it's like, it's not you.
My phylactery. Let's just cope with phylactery. Are we actually going to be able to beat him? It'll be a close fight. Survivalist kicking in, doing work. I think we'll just barely manage it because of Bloodgrove. Yeah!
Hey!
I couldn't change anything, but your victory won't change anything either. Eternity will grind you to dust, and I'm just a small gear in that process now.
If killing you makes me stronger, I won't need an eternity. Now begone. Give us some sick loot. I think we'll take deep pockets. Or we could just take the resources in GTFO. Maybe we'll just do that. I know I was like, let's run loops, but...
You did say you needed the resources.
Yeah, I do be needing these resources. Alright, there we go. I can build the crypt or the refuge, but not both. The refuge gives us the rogue, the crypt gives us the necromancer. Honestly, I enjoy the necromancer more, but the rogue's more classic. And we also need to build a farm, actually, so I think what I'll... Oh, wait. Yeah, I actually can just barely build both the refuge and the crypt, but I still won't have the farm, which I need. So I'm going to build the farm. Put it right, like, here. Have you noticed how strangely this oblivion affects our senses? Hunger, for example. You can stop eating for days and you still won't be hungry. This, of course, does not mean that you should stop eating altogether. The farmer promises that he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. It'll be interesting to see what he can grow without sunlight. And then I think we will build... Oh, I don't have enough stone for the crypt!
Ah, you need to get your mining level up, man.
Oh, this is so sad. You're not wrong.
So you get stone by making mountains?
Yes. Basically, whenever you pass a certain tile or put down certain tiles, you get a little chunk of resource. You collect enough of that, you get the big chunk.
Okay.
Oh, man. Stream's starting to die down. We're at 2 viewers right now. Anyone who's still here, by the way, thank you for listening in. Let us know how you're feeling. Yeah, this is odd. The streams are very... Sometimes a lot of viewers, sometimes not, and sometimes it fluctuates a lot. I guess this is just a quieter day.
Yeah.
It happens.
There's
I'm still having a good time with you, though, man. I hope people watch the VODs and they know.
Yeah, we haven't really had that time to talk for a while.
I know, and it's been so sad.
Yeah.
This is such a fun way to do it in stream format. Now we can get wheat fields. Perfect. I don't know if I'm going to do another game. What I like to do usually for streams, when I'm winding down, I'll close out the game and then I'll full screen my camera, and then I'll just chat for a bit if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
And usually I take questions. I don't know if we have enough viewers for questions. I'll put out one final thing in the DSCP server. Heads up, by the way, about to do live chat and questions on stream. Pop in if you want to ask me or my friend Travis stuff, or just chat before we close out. Alright, so let me get that set up. Yeah, because I shouldn't say this because I stream a lot of video games. I still enjoy games, but I don't know about you, but like, I struggle to play games these days for more than 2 hours at a time. That's why Loop Hero really, like, surprised me when I played it for 3 or 4 hours the first time. But, like, you know what I mean? Just can't dedicate that much attention.
Yeah, I understand, especially when it comes to just when it comes to these sorts of games or just video games in general. Just
absolutely.
I guess it's just we've been playing it for so long, or maybe we're just getting tired.
Yeah, and I by no means hate video games anymore. I just can't play them as like when I was in high school or whatever. I could play like 10 hours straight, but now it's like 2 hours. I think I'm done. I'm gonna watch TV or go for a walk or like talk to a human being.
I wonder if that's like if we're just becoming more responsible. You know, maybe I'll just pretend that.
Maybe, yeah, that's the nicer answer. I definitely like that. Hang on. Let me do. We switched to just chatting on stream. Come hang out and boys. Yeah, just try and get some people in here. So, yeah, you talked about your work. You talked about N-Power. You talked about the development day. Things going on. Any other, stories, bits of yourself you want to share about?
I'm not sure I really have any stories right now, to be honest. Like stories that's really happened recently was that one time with a person asking me to do their coding homework.
Oh yeah, that makes me mad too, because that reminds me of like your situation that we mentioned earlier, where you were at the security night office and the person would never cover your ship. Like, just the irresponsibility of it, it's so annoying. And the fact that they were so demanding of you to send sorry, I should let you tell the full story before I just start making comments.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so I guess go ahead. So I currently I'm in a program in which I'm trying to learn IT, get my ITF Plus certification and a CompTIA Plus certification. And someone asked for help on their coding homework in our public group chat. And I'm just like, hell yeah, sure, I'll help out. I know some Java, Python, etc. And so we set up a little time date to get all together. And we go there, we get in the call, and I noticed that they didn't really understand anything we were going over. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So, person starts sharing their screen, and I noticed they're just copying code from their professor's video. So, like, they don't understand what's going on at all. And I was like, okay, this is great. It's great. Here. So this is number one. That's how you do it. And she's like, oh, so can I just copy your code since you already have it there? I'm like, just this once. Yeah, sure. Just this one thing. And the thing is, like, I explained what every piece of the code did, and she just said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. And if it's one little thing, I get that, because I used to get programming help too when I was doing programming, but I never I understood the concepts. It was just like I would struggle with a part, like, oh, why isn't this piece working? And then someone would help me.
Yes.
There was one time someone ever sent me code, and it was just for one small part of an assignment that, like, I couldn't get the loop to work, and they were trying to explain it to me, but I couldn't understand what they were saying, and then they're like this, and I was like, oh, and then I used that. But otherwise, It's like always been, even and especially my final, all my own work, because that's what coding is. It's hard, but like it's rewarding to learn.
100%.
Yeah, and if you don't put in the time, and the more you copy and the more you just like do shit, the less you'll understand, because it's only going to get harder in the class, especially with coding.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She's only screwing herself over. That's
what I said to her yesterday. Even in the day today, she talked about how she talked about to one of our teachers about how she's taking a coding class and how she hates it now. I'm like,
Yeah, it sucks.
So the next day we start talking about what was going to happen and how the homework was going, and she spoke to me, and I noticed on the screen she just copied the entire code from a professor again. I'm like, okay, well, this is how this is going. So I do the third homework problem just to have it in front of me so I can just be ready to help her out. And she didn't do the rest of her homework problem, which was homework number 2. And she's like, okay, I'll just finish this tomorrow. I'm like, okay, that's good. So whenever you get done with chapter 3 or, homework 3, I'll help you out. So, fast forward to the next day, and I get this message. It verbatim, it's like, please remember to send me the code when you're done. It's like 3 p.m.
Fuck that.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, fuck
that. What are you talking about?
That's like, fuck that.
Yeah, like, straight up in the message, like, right after that, I just told her, like, yo, like, this, I guess maybe, but this is your homework, bro. It's not cool.
Even I guess maybe. Just be like, hey, get the fuck out of my DMs right now.
Yeah.
I report you for academic dishonesty.
100%, like, legitimately. And the worst part is that I probably would have sent her the homework problem if she would not have done that.
Yeah, you're too nice, man. No, knowing all that, no, I wouldn't help that one. No.
Yeah, it was awful. Like, just.
Will Zed really asks. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, it just really jazzed me.
I totally. I feel you on that. That would piss me off too. I really hate when people don't pull their weight. And in that situation, she's only screwing herself over. So, like, I don't know what she's doing.
Oh yeah.
Will Zed asks, out of curiosity, why do you upload multiple videos per day some days instead of something more like a daily schedule? So that one is honestly just a bit of personal preference, because I know I like to binge stuff when my favorite content creators put stuff out. Not that I think we're probably anyone's favorites or anything, but if you guys would like a more consistent daily schedule, Tan and I could maybe work that out. The other big reason, though, is it gives us more room to record. So, for example, we have 2 episodes on Wednesday, 2 on Sundays. Sunday or Saturday? Yeah, Sunday, I assume you're referring to.
Yeah.
So we can record on Monday or Tuesday, or we can record, and then for the second set, we can record on Thursday or Friday. Back when we had more time, when quarantine was more strict, Tan and I used to record a lot of backlog. Like you might hear in early Aetheral Spaces, we talk about a backlog. That doesn't happen anymore. Now we record week by week, which is also required for us to be able to do comment readings on the podcast. And because of that, especially with how busy we are, we kind of rely on that flexible recording schedule. It's easier for us to sit down for an hour or two and crank out 2 recordings to then pump out on a later date than try to record something and then upload it the next day every day. It's just easier for our schedule. If we could build a backlog, we could do something daily, but at least for the foreseeable future, I can't see us getting the opportunity to make that backlog. So having the ability to record on a Monday or a Tuesday and a Thursday or a Friday really helps us. And, sometimes, we haven't done it in a while. If we really have a lot of free time on a day, we'll record all the things for the week. But usually, yeah, we record them in those sets. So what you can expect is typically either a Mori Aetheral Space or one Amori and one Aetheral Space is recorded on Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday, we record the podcast. This week, we recorded it today on Thursday because I was really sick yesterday. And then on Thursdays or Fridays, we record 2 Aetheral Space, 2 Amori, or 1 and 1. And that's kind of been our schedule. And then occasionally we'll Tan will do a shit post, but he's not super committed to that because of his own time constraints. And occasionally with how big of a deal Muggus was and we hyped it up with the meme video, we wanted to do a recording of that. But generally that's our recording schedule. So we probably spend about 5 to 6 hours a week recording total, and then I try to do the weekly stream, and that can go for a variable amount of time, but it seems like recently we've gotten the vibe of 2-ish hours. So about 8 hours a week recording, give or take. But then you also have to remember that Will Zed says that makes sense. Yeah, I've got no preference personally. Fair enough. You have to remember that Tanhoney is Tanhoney, so every time we sit down to record, usually he wants to watch videos first or do an opening bit, and we all have good fun, but that also takes up time I have to account for. So it usually ends up being about 10 to 12, maybe not 12, 10-ish hours, and then I've got school, and then I've got work, and then that pretty much takes up most of my time.
Yeah.
Brandon Hamilton says, personally, I prefer when you record and upload 2 of the same type of videos. I do too, because it's easier to binge. Yeah. I'll let Tanhoney know that preference as well, Brandon. Yeah. Any other questions or things you guys want to ask me or Travis or talk about? While I wait for replies to pour in, I guess. We'll just vibe here for a second. Sorry, this is the chill part where we're just kind of you can tell I'm really tired. So I have this thing, Travis. I don't know if you have the same problem. Where if I have work early in the morning the next day, because I usually go to bed at 10 or 11. I don't have that much trouble sleeping. But if I know I have work, I'm all right, I need to sleep, and then I get stressed and can't sleep.
Yeah.
And it's for that reason that I usually have my work shifts spaced out. Only because this is a very early morning job. I don't really get distressed when I start work at 9 or 10 or later in the day. But because my job's at 6 a.m., I gotta be in bed by X time.
Right.
So the night, but this week, I originally had one day on the schedule because my boss hates me and keeps screwing me over, but I covered someone's shift on Wednesday. So the night before Wednesday, I got about 3 hours of sleep and was totally drained, very physically exhausting job. Come home, and I got fucked up on meds, and it was a horrible time, and I was nauseous. Last night, I only got about 6 hours, but I still was kind of residually sick, and I'm still behind on sleep. And now I know some people are I only get 4 hours of sleep a night. I live on sleep exhaustion. I've never been one of those people. You can ask Travis. Even in college, I always got a tight 8 hours. I can't function with less.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really fucked up right now. And then the second I came home, basically, Tan and I watched ReZero. Then we recorded, and then less than an hour after that, I had to type something up for a personal project. And then right away, I was all right, Travis, let's get in the call for the stream. And now I'm streaming. So I've been kind of running on fumes a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be able to sleep in the night and then go more at a better pace. But if I'm a little spacey, that's why. And that was that rant. Sorry, I do that a lot, by the way, on stream. Just as a heads up.
No problem.
When we get to this section, I always end up ranting a lot. Yeah, it sucks.
It happens.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Honestly, it's tough to try and think of things to just talk about sometimes.
I know, right? That being said, if no one's got any more questions, it looks like I think I'm gonna close the stream out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you again, Travis, for coming on. I'd love to have you again in the future. Hopefully, on a bit of a bigger stream, if you'd ever want to stop by again.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds great.
And to anyone watching and or anyone watching the VOD, please check the link in the description. Check out Mr. Maiden on Twitch. He's awesome. He streams much more often, and his content is much higher quality than my streams. Highly recommend it. He's got some amazing stories about his life.
Sure.
Brandon Hamilton says, I know Travis has his own streams. I'm sure Jack is busy with life. Okay, Jack is not busy with life. Jack, and I'm saying this in the sweetest way possible because I think he would agree with me. Jack is still looking for a job, and I think he's just doing online college. I don't quite know, but he can afford to have a really fucky sleep schedule because he does not have a lot going on. But at the same time, Jack keeps himself busy with lots of personal projects and hobbies and working on his own stuff. And it's not that he doesn't have time for the streams, but it's more so that I don't know. It's one of those things. I like having guests on a lot, but I like to treat it like the spice of life. I feel like a guest should be a treat, not just the regular. It feels less special. But if you want more guests, I can get Jack on probably as often as you want. And I can probably get other friends. I keep trying to get Tan to come, but the time zones just don't work out, and he doesn't want to. He was here for one stream once for about an hour, and he was really tired. You could tell he wasn't talking much. Yeah, just because by the time I stream at like 5 p.m. Is like usually 11 for him. It's 10 for him as of now, but he'll hit GMT and skip an hour forward on the 28th, I think. So usually it's like too late at night for him with work. But if you guys like the guests, because I like them, I'm happy to get more. But I just personally have been treating it like a special thing rather than just all the time. Will Zed says Darnell can have a little interaction as a treat. Oh, our viewers are bumping up all of a sudden. I feel bad. I was about to end up the stream. I still think I am here, yeah. Sorry to all you new people attending, but I will say once again, now that we have a few more people, thank you guys for watching, and of course, please check out Travis. And if you are just tuning into the stream now, maybe check out the VOD, because we had a lot of fun. Travis and I caught up, we shared some stories, we beat the first boss in Loop Hero, so that's pretty cool.
Cinnamon on my chair.
Yeah, there was an interaction between Travis and his girlfriend about honey and cinnamon. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.